Murder Mystery, good game, good player base, but what's not so good is the new update. Bug fixes, great, for sure, but it's the changes to the maps that I'm going to be addressing today. For a map to be enjoyable, it needs to provide a challenge for every role, be decently sized, and have a fair amount of walls/obstructions so that the map isn't completely visible from every angle. Indoor maps do this brilliantly, outdoor maps don't do it so well, like Mountain and now San Peritico. The map has a very small, crowded spot with numerous obstructions, yet it lacks hiding spots. Oddly enough, the best hiding spot is out in the open, which covers a stunning 58.3% of the map. This is because in this spot, everyone is spaced out, yet in full view of each other. If anyone is killed within this area, it is highly likely that there is at least one witness, which can end the game for you in seconds, as aiming within this area is incredibly easy due to the lack of obstructions. There are a few trees blocking off a section which isn't visible from the top of the greenhouse or from the bottom of the east or west corner, but it is still exceedingly easy to run away if you catch the murderer in the act here. Mountain is the toughest map for the murderer, and probably the easiest for innocents or detectives. However, with the new addition of the avalanche, we can finally see things bend in the murderer's favour, as events like these really do help us. Events don't occur on many maps, sadly, but it is something that I, and I'm sure many others, would love to see more of. The current events are Storm on Cruise Ship, Stunt 1 on Hollywood, and Avalanche on Mountain. These events are great, as they force players to go to a particular spot, making it easier for the murderer to pick off players until the event is over. There is sufficient time to acquire a bow before these events happened, so you can defend yourself, but if you waste your gold on stun guns or snowballs, you'll be left defenceless when you're pushed away to one side of the map. Whilst in Hollywood the event divides players into one of two halves, the Storm leaves players no choice but to gather in the same room. This is what makes a good event, and I have some suggestions for future events. Kali's Wrath, Ancient Tomb. After a certain period of time, or a certain number of curses given out, Kali could snap and begin to flood the map with water or lava from the bottom up. Water levels could rise by 1 every 10 seconds, with the rate increasing per curse given, forcing players to the top of the map, to the bridges. Gold Rush, Dust Storm. A nearby dust devil is heading your way, and the safest place is in a building with closed windows. Archives, Fire. Opening that gateway wasn't the smartest idea. Now the building has caught fire and will soon begin spreading. San Peritico. The ship... San Peritico. Water levels rise, and you have to get to... Alright, that's the last time I'll make that joke. Size is another crucial factor. The map cannot be too big, but it also faces risk of being too small. Cruise Ship is probably the smallest map, and is therefore incredibly easier for the murderers to win. A good way to test if a map is too big is can you get from any point to another point within 25 seconds. This should be tested by selecting 2 points, preferably on either side of the map, and seeing if you can make it from point A to point B within 25 seconds, and then from point B to point A in that same amount of time. If not, the map is too large. If it is under 15 seconds, you face the risk of the map being too small. This is one problem with Archive's top floor. It's far too big. The reason I am saying 25 seconds is because when there is 30 seconds left, we are given those 2 points. The 25 seconds is travelling time, and 5 seconds is time to see them and kill them, securing our victory. Maps need to be challenging for murderers, innocents and detectives. Mountain is big. Events are fun and we need some more, so I've suggested 3. San Peritico needs to be fixed. The size of maps is important. And so that's it. Thank you for viewing this, and I would really appreciate any feedback. I know I'm a bit pants at commentary, but hopefully this was bearable. I'm open to any feedback and any ideas, and thank you for stopping along.